Sit up nice and tall, check in with your posture. So lifting through the heart center, shoulders relaxed. Lifting opposite toes and heel, back and forth through the soles of your feet, and you can walk your hands as well. Set your feet flat on the ground. Scooch forward on your chair if you're not. And heel toe your feet out and back in. Again, out, and whatever direction you're going in is fine. Eventually back to about hip width distance apart. All right, and we're tracing circles with one foot, reaching it out as far as you can. Reverse. Yeah, and I like kind of the arm or the hand kind of following. Bring it back to center, and we'll do the other side. If you want to add in the hand, go for it. It's almost like a half froggy stroke. And go the other direction. Bring your feet back to center. So make sure you're scooched forward still. And we're going to windshield wiper the knees. Maybe lift your heels as you do this. You can hang on to your chair, or you can get your arms involved like you're skiing. So just kind of lifting one, bending one elbow and the other is straight, a little side to side motion. We can call this our snow dance, so we hope for snow or rain of some kind. And come back to center. Scooch back in your chair. Extend and bend one leg. And make sure you give it a good squeeze as you extend it out. And sitting up tall, pull your foot under, getting your hamstrings. You could also reach your opposite hand out as you kick your foot out, but focus on your leg. Okay, really focus on the leg, and then pull your arm back to a half cactus as you pull your leg under the chair and reach it up. Pull it back and reach, back, reach. This time, see if you can give it a little bit more stretch, leaning forward, and set your foot down, tap it up. Start on the other side first, just extending and bending. If your knee hurts, you can rub it. Squeeze in each direction, so focus on your leg as you maybe start to reach your hand, your opposite hand, as you kick it out, and half cactus, pulling it back. Last one. And kick it out and reach. Ooh. Good. Tap your foot up. Okay, so we're going to do ankle pointing and flexing. You can either extend your leg straight out or pick your knee up and support it as you point and flex. Nice and slow. Full, complete breaths. Ankle circles. Other direction. Step your foot down. You can tap it or flipper tap it. Just kind of lightly tap your toes in front. And then the other leg, either extend it out or pick up your knee. Point and flex. Ankle circles. Other direction. Step down, tap or extend your leg out and just tap the toes. And come back to center. So lift one heel up and then bring your knee out side to side, keeping your toes on the floor or a block, especially if your legs are shorter. That might bring your knees up a little bit higher, giving you more mobility. One knee back and forth. Use your hip muscles. Bring that knee up and around for hip circles. Reverse direction. Step it down and then we'll work on the other leg. So maybe lift that heel and allow your knee to come out and in. A little pull or squeeze in each direction. Breathing. And hip circles. Lift your knee up and around. Explore your range of motion and the other direction. Step that foot down, give that leg a rest, pick up your other knee, nice big hug up and in, maybe hugging your shin. You can point and flex again. Cross your ankle over your knee for figure 4. Massage your calf. Enjoy this time. Take some deep breaths. Bring awareness to how you're feeling. And grab onto your shin, rock forward and back a few times. Now sit up nice and tall. We'll do our forward fold in a minute. Bring this knee, lift it up and lower. We're just going to do that a few times. Lift and lower. And it might just go a little ways. That's fine. Lift and lower. Use your hip muscles to lift and lower. Last one. Lift and hold. Try to hold. And now press it down as you lower the knee down to where it can go. Try leaning forward. If you want to lean back again, feel free and come into your forward fold. Maybe chin to chest, maybe rocking side to side. Take some deep breaths. One more deep breath, letting go on your exhale. Inhale to sit up. Rock your legs back and forth. You could also pick your shin up and kind of rock it like a baby. If you want that deeper stretch. And then we're going to extend the leg out either on the floor, or if you like grabbing your foot and extending it out, go for it. You can bend and straighten. Get a good stretch. And then we'll all extend our foot down onto the floor, heel on the floor, maybe scooch forward on your chair and hinge forward. So first keep your chest lifted as you lean forward and back 1 or 2 times to get adjusted. Little by little, maybe you can go down farther. And then holding this stretch, maybe bring your chin to your chest or keep your head lifted. You could rub your leg. Another deep breath. Inhale as you rise. Bring your foot in and give it a little rub again, or rock it side to side. Feel the outer edge of your foot, the inner edge. You can always look down, see what's happening. I find it interesting sometimes when I'm just standing, when I'm doing my yoga practice, I'll be just standing, just mountain pose. And I feel like one foot is turned out more than the other. Then I look down and I'm like, oh, they're actually the same. So sometimes we think we feel something and then we look and it's different than what we thought. So it's interesting. So sometimes it's good to actually look at what you're doing. And so we'll come over to the other leg and pick it up and in, give it a big hug. Point and flex. And cross your ankle over your knee, massaging on this side. Breathing. Don't forget about your toes and your heel, the arch of your foot. Grab your shin, rock forward and backwards. Little stretch each time. Sit up tall and lift this knee and lower. Just in this new angle, doing some hip mobility. Lift and lower. This time lift and hold for a few seconds. And then press your knee down. Lean into it 1 or 2 times, easing into your forward fold. You can rock side to side or chin down. Releasing tension on your exhale. Inhale to sit up. Rock your leg back and forth, or even pick it up a little bit and rock it back and forth. And either step your foot down or grab your ankle or foot and give it a good stretch. Bend and straighten. And eventually stepping your foot down, extend your leg out, sitting up nice and tall. Hinge forward, and you can do that in and out of that stretch a couple of times. Eventually reaching your hand down your shin, maybe to your toes. Deep breaths. Inhale to rise and slide your foot or rock it side to side. Okay, we got the legs really good and stretched out, warmed up. So working toward the upper body, we'll do all of the different movements of the spine. So we'll start with cat and cow, rounding your spine, chin to chest, hands on your knees. Just feel this stretch first. Breathing into the back side of your body. Feel the expansion in your ribs, low back. And then inhale, sitting up to cow, elbows back, chin lifted. And rounding into cat. So remember, when we round into cat, our hips are actually leaning back, chin to chest. And inhale to cow. So remember, then your hips are tipping forward, but your elbows are pulling back. So you're creating a little arch on your back, chin lifts. And then go ahead and do several more rounds at your pace. You can go nice and slow or keep it moving. Last one. Eventually sitting up tall, and then relax your shoulders. Step your feet out wider. We'll do the lateral stretch, side stretches. So plant one hand or forearm on your thigh. Reach the other arm up, 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 and then over. You can let your head hang down. Breathe into the open side of your body. Inhale, reach up first, and then out and down. Other arm reaches up as high as you can, and then overhead. If your shoulder is bugging you, bring it across your chest. Inhale, reach up high, and bring your hand down. Bring your legs closer together. We're going to do another side stretch. So bring your right hand over to your opposite thigh. Reach your left arm up high first. Stretch through your armpit and your shoulder. Yep, and a bent elbow is a good option there. And now from here, a little side stretch. Reach up again. Bend your elbow to a half cactus and pull your hand back. Look off to the side for a spinal twist. You can keep that hand lifted or bring it onto your chair. Look as far back as you can, even with your eyes reaching back through your peripheral vision. You can look all around, blinking your eyes, opening them wide, smiling, doing a bit of face yoga. Smiling and relaxing your face back and forth. Slowly release. Come back to center. Reach your arms up high. Now bring your left hand down to your opposite thigh. Reach your right arm way up high. Reach, reach, reach through your shoulder or bent elbow. And then as you're reaching up, a little lean over to the side. Reach up again, straight up. Bend your elbow to cactus, and then pull your hand back, look off to the side. Either keep your hand lifted or bring it onto the chair and look back as far as you can. Take a deep breath in your torso. And keep your chin level to the ground without moving your head at all. Just look up into your peripheral vision as high as you can. Look down as far as you can into your peripheral vision. Look to the left as far as you can and to the right as far as you can. Relax your eyes. Slowly come back to center. Inhale, reach. And cactus. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. Step your feet out a little bit wider. Take a couple breaths here. If you want to get a drink, feel free to do that. This is a good time, actually. And we're going to do kind of that S, if you could think of your spine doing an S curve. So you're pulling your spine kind of from your rib cage area. Imagine pulling that part of your spine first and reaching out. And then place your hands, come to center, place your hands on your thighs and circle. Other direction. Sit up nice and tall. So feet are out wide. Make sure you keep your knees back. You don't want your knees to fall in. So hold your knees back. Dip your right shoulder forward and down. Feel a stretch in the shoulder. This is a complex spinal movement. Lifting up back to center. And dip your other shoulder forward and down towards your opposite knee. Like you're trying to meet your shoulder towards your opposite knee. And come back up to center. Bring your feet together. And Let's do a little bit in the hands because the next spinal movement I want to try is traction, but that requires some strong hands or fists. So we're going to get them warmed up, doing some wrist circles. You could make fists as you do this, or keep your hands open and just circle your hands around. Go the other direction. And then make fists, pull it in. So strong arms, like you feel your biceps turning on a little bit. And then I want you to shoot it out. Okay, pull it in and shoot it out. So keep that going, in, out. And you might even breathe with this, like, couple more. Last one. And then shake your hands out. Woo, notice how that makes you feel. Okay, good. So what I want you to try is either with flat palms kind of under your thighs, or fists. Okay, if you can, if you have a big enough chair, and you're just going to kind of press, lean forward a little bit, and feel a bit of traction in your spine. You can do a little wiggle like this, and then release. Shake your hands out and press the backs of your hands together. Wiggle your fingers. I know this is a lot on the hands, so we're going to try it one more time. If it's not for you, just visualize. Visualize your spine just kind of elongating, okay? So either visualize or put your hands or fists right beside your thighs or under your thighs, and a little lift and lean forward and breathing. And then slowly let it go. Shake your hands out again. Yeah, you can wiggle your fingers, or you can do that same, especially if you use palms. It's nice to bend the backs of the hands toward each other. Wiggle your fingers. And then if anything feels like it needs to be massaged, maybe the backs of your thumbs or your wrists, go for it. Or a washing motion of the hands. Okay. Place your hands down. So we're up to the shoulders and the neck area. Take a breath and simply move your head side to side. Notice how this area is feeling for you. Bring your head back to center and let's do some shoulder circles. So notice if it's that neck movement that feels more stiff or this shoulder movement. And you can bring your elbows up. Bring your arms down. Let's go the opposite direction. Getting this area warmed up. And bring your hands down. Do some circles. So imagine your nose is a pencil drawing circles in front of you. Reverse direction. Come back to center. And this is one we haven't done for a long time. Place your hand on the side of your head, and you're going to start really light. pressing your head into your hand, just kind of resisting against yourself. So you could do this with your head straight up, or you could kind of tip it. You can experiment with that, okay? But you're resisting as your head is pressing. We do this for about 5 to 7 seconds, and then very slowly release that tension. Sit up tall, bring your hand down, and just notice what you feel. If anything feels worse, do less or visualize it, okay? Let's do the other side. So press your head into your hand, either staying up tall or maybe tipping a little bit. Breathing. And slowly let go of that tension. Bring your head to center, hand down. Pause and take a breath. If we had a lot more time, I would do 3 on each side. So if you like this, you could do that later today or tomorrow. And then bring your hand to your forehead. Either hand, it doesn't matter. And you're going to do the same thing. Press your forehead into your hand. A little bit of tension, like just 3 out of 10 on the effort scale. And slowly release. Bring your hand down. Take a breath. And then we'll bring one or both hands up to the back of your head and just let your head kind of lean back into your hands if possible. Like, let your head get heavy. Maybe press it a little bit harder, but not much harder than that. Breathing. And slowly release. Sitting up, letting go of that tension, arms down. Breathe. Let it all go, all the way through your hands and feet. Okay, so I would want to do a lot more of that if we had time, but I'm going to get you moving a little bit just before we go to standing, so that you don't fall asleep yet. Try to lift your heels or maybe your whole foot off the floor. And then bring your feet out wide, elbows out. Back to center. And we're going to step out, out, in, in. Out, out, in, in. Remember, you can help your legs or a leg. Last one is a kick, kick, kick. Maybe reaching your opposite hand out. Kick, step. Finishing with a march, or if you want to pick up the pace and go for a run, you could try that. You can always try it in just your arms or just your feet. We'll finish with a jump. So a little lean back and jump those feet. Nice. Rocking forward and back. Yeah, you can keep going, Dee. Good job. And maybe some bicep curls, airplane arms. And then some stand up, sit down. So make sure your feet are good and planted out a little bit. Either just lean forward in your chair or shift forward. Little lift. About 5 times, maybe more. And then find your chair pose. Either seated in your chair, leaning forward, or halfway lifted. Reach one arm forward, one arm back, and switch. Try it again if you can. Reach and reach. Hands to heart center, either rising all the way up or coming back to a seated position. A little rocking motion side to side. Make sure your hips are ready to go. And then find a safe, stable, maybe the back of your chair, something to hang on to. Watch out for what's on the floor around you. And you definitely can stay seated. Once you are ready, then some side steps. Flowing motion. Turn it into any kind of dance or visualize. And come back to center. We're going to shift our weight over to one foot and the other foot, toes out to the sides for tree pose. Maybe lift your heel or heel to ankle. Any of those options, or even keeping your feet flat on the floor. Either hang on to your chair or support, or hands to heart center. When you feel stable, find your focal point too and grow your tree branches. In any way that you want to. Breathing. And eventually stepping out with control when you're ready. So you take the time to do that. Coming back to center, and we'll switch over to the other side. So start grounded right in the center, and then shift your weight. Other toes can shift out to the side. This is a really good stance right here. If you want more challenge, lifting the heel or heel to ankle. Find your focal point. Grow your tree branches. Maybe you do the same thing, or maybe you do something totally different. Imagine what kind of tree you are. Love it. Awesome. Coming out with control. Back to center. Okay, so let's finish up with our lunges. Standing lunge, stepping one foot in front of the other. Trying to get a wide stance and bend and straighten your front knee. If you're seated though, of course you can bring your knees over to one side as you step this front leg back. And by front, I mean closest to the camera. So either standing or seated, decide if you want to stay upright or if you want to lean forward. Once you feel stable, maybe reach one arm forward and up. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Bring your arms down. Straighten and bend your front knee again. If you'd like to take a little hamstring stretch here, or a big one, you might straighten your front knee and maybe come down a little bit farther to our triangle pose. Bend your front knee as you rise, bringing your feet together, and switch over to the other side. Either seated or standing, and bend and straighten your front knee. Stay upright or lean forward. Maybe reaching one arm high. Big breath. And bring your arms down. Try straightening and bending your front knee, and then straighten your front knee. And coming into a hamstring stretch, maybe reaching down. And bend your knee as you come up, bringing your feet together. Coming into a relaxed position where you feel like you can let go, even just a little bit. Layer by layer of letting go. Take your time getting adjusted. Maybe closing your eyes. Just knowing that this time has great healing benefit. As you settle in, let your body become heavy wherever you're at. Let it kind of sink into the chair or into the floor. Bring your awareness to your breath. And notice if your chest is rising and falling, or your belly perhaps. Just notice what part of your body is moving with your breath. Full of intention. Breathe into this space. And follow the line of your breath from your nostrils as you inhale down to the space of your heart center. From your heart as you exhale out through your nose. In through your nose to your heart, and out through your heart to your nose. Following this line at your own pace. Smooth, quiet, even breath. Continue to follow your breath. And I invite you to take a moment of gratitude. And then taking a deeper breath, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, or turning your head side to side, unless you're going to stay here longer. We'll get ready to close out together. Maybe coming into a seated position if you weren't already. And go ahead and bring your hands up and just kind of give your face or your neck a little massage. Or your temples, jaw, a little massage to finish up. Maybe back into your back of your neck, your hairline. Good. Take a deep breath and bringing your hands to your heart or in prayer pose. Thank you all so much for joining today. Namaste. And a big stretch to finish up, maybe a big hippie. Any other movements that would help you feel good, please take your time standing up, and I will see you next time. Bye.